You remember that now? And the man play water police in play it on a style. Mm-mm. In the man say $5,000 and $1,000 loan working in box. And then you when the man a boss. I can never hear. Call it a day, tickers. Call it a day. Yeah, man, I tell you so man say. Yeah. For a whole life. Right, I didn't realize I'm alive, you know. What is? Eclipse this? Oh, shit. I didn't. Janet, what go on? No, sir. I never realized I'm alive. People, let me go over here, sir. Because it's a joke thing. I know there's some more under that. Select. The thing goes straight on the live, and I think I know how long my life. The thing goes straight on the live, and how long my life. Straight on the live, and I think yeah, I'm live. Janet, you hear me now? Yes, I'm not goodly. Tell about the device and the AI, the manners that they have on them, you know. Anyway, let me see. Seeing the police supposed to change, you know. You now hear me? Can you hear me? Alright, gentle people, blessings. Good afternoon, Nora Splash Digi. Mr. Janet in my place. I am live on both platforms at the same time. Over by Bolo Bvrclips is where the actual visuals are. And over by here is where you see me personally. I will still have a holy reasoning. You can't hear me well, you can't see me on Bolo Bvrclips, but they can see me on Bolo VNR 2.0. Alright? Good. Anyway, let me turn down my mic. My mic kinda loud. Let me turn down my mic. People, we have a whole heap to talk about. This need crowd. Me need to share the live. Share the live with at least 20 people. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Me I encourage you to share the live with at least 20 people right now. Seeing when me go and plead the blood of Jesus against these wicked people right now with the team song. Feel me I deal with? Oh, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, listen. You see, Andre Stevenson family. Andre need help. Alright? Andre is going through a rough time right now. You understand? And it could have been any one of our families. As a matter of fact, there's a lot of you out there that has been victims of this healthcare system in Jamaica under the JLP. I mean, I will make that ground and talk. A lot of you have been victims. So here we go on now. Link Andre if you want to donate and help the lady with legal fees and burial fees. The number to call for my people on Bolo Bvrclips, you can see it on the screen right there. Andre Stevens. The number to call is 876-995-5301 or 876-865-4587. You understand? That's the number to call if you want to donate. And please, Andre have too much people are watching my night time. That $20,000 what them need, I think it's in US, it's supposed to make in less than a week. I am sorry. If you divide 20,000 by 8,000 people, make me do the maths. Everybody contribute one little bit. 20,000 divided by 8,000. If everybody give $2.05, the $20,000 make. Too much people, the per Andre program. Too much people watch Andre. Too much people is entertained by Andre's program for Andre not to get the support that he needs in this trying time right now. Them say you know, at them time you know who is with you from who is not with you. You understand what I say? You hear me say a while ago? If 8,000, what's up, Chill? Janet, big up. If 8,000 people that watch Andre Stevenson on a nightly basis, comes together and give $2.50. $2.50. Not $5, you know. $2.50. They'll be well over the amount that they need for their lawyer fees. You understand? You see how unity is a beautiful thing? You see how unity is strength? You guys realize that? Unity is strength, ladies and gentlemen. Trust and believe. Let us unite. Alright? Good. Now, let's continue with the music. And this is how we start the show. You understand?
We need to fight, deliverance, and to set Jamaica free. We are good and fire for rain.
You're going to hear all kinds of propaganda. You're going to hear all kinds of lies and deception. There will be tactics used to try and buy you out. There will be tactics used to try and frighten you away. And I only have to say one thing to you tonight, comrades. We are blood and fire comrades. And we're marching on to progress. And we will stand firm. We will not be bought because we are not for sale.
And the opposite.
People on Bolo Bvrclips we are viewing. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say top of the morning, top of the evening, top of the afternoon, top of the day to you, wherever you are in the world. If it's night time, top of the night. Alright? You see the beautiful lady on the screen there, Miss, I hope it's Miss Danielle Archer. You know, what a lady. Wow. Anyway, I had to catch myself there. Anyway, I want to share a couple of things with you. You see, the Prime Minister is being called out on several levels, and rightfully so. We see the president, I think, of the Patriots, the young arm of PMP had this to say. And I want you guys to listen carefully. Winnie Maid, how you doing? Richard, Curiosity Kid, Jeanette, big up yourself. Everybody coming in, thank you guys for being here. Please remember to like and share the video. Just double tap the screen like this if you're watching me on Bolo VNR 2.0. Anyway, listen to this, ladies and gentlemen.
Release from the People's National Party Media Unit. The PNP Patriots expressed deep concern over the recent anti-democratic and dictatorship rhetoric coming from the Prime Minister and senior members of the Jamaica Labour Party, JLP, which threatens the foundations of Jamaica's democracy. We recognize this ongoing sentiment as the current administration is embroiled in numerous corruption scandals. Whenever they are confronted about these issues, they resort to making undemocratic statements to intimidate concerned Jamaicans. The Prime Minister's declaration that his government does not need any opposition party is a dangerous and dictatorial statement that seeks to undermine this essential role of checks and balance in a democratic society. Such rhetoric is not only an affront to the principles of democracy, but also fits a disturbing pattern of attempts to silence criticism and evade accountability. Equally alarming are the comments made by JLP Deputy Leader Desmond McKenzie, who boldly proclaimed that the JLP will never surrender Jamaica to the People's National Party, as if Jamaica is a possession to be controlled rather than a nation to be governed with respect for all its citizens. This arrogant and divisive language suggests a sense of ownership over the country that is incompatible with democratic governance. We view these statements not as political posturing, but as a direct threat to Jamaica's democracy. History has shown us around the world that when leaders dismiss opposition, suppress dissent, and speak of governing without accountability, it is a precursor to the erosion of freedoms. The PNP Patriots call on all well-thinking Jamaicans to reject this authoritarian rhetoric and recognize the danger of entrusting an already power-hungry administration with a third term. Democracy strives on debate, transparency, and the people's right to hold their leaders accountable. Any suggestion to the contrary must be met with fierce resistance. We urge civil society, the media, and all defenders of democracy to sound the alarm on these alarming statements before they translate into further actions that weakens Jamaica's democratic institution. The PNP Patriots stands firm in defense of Jamaica's democracy and will continue to resist any attempts to silence the people's voice. We call on the JLP leadership to retract these statements and reaffirm their commitment to democratic principles. Anything less is unacceptable. Jamaica belongs to the people.
The following is a release from the People's National Party Media Unit.
Where the PNP Patriot President, the youth arm, have to say, Mr. Reverend Paul Blake, he is an actual reverend, you know. He's a man of God, yes? Now we are going to move, and listen, I agree with every single word you said. Every single word. You can go on the PNP Jamaica page, or, yeah, and you can find it. Zane? Yeah, man, on Instagram. Now, may I go to Twitter? This one is called Holness Cabinet Escalates Assault on Democracy. PNP warns autocratic pattern now unmistakable. Mr. Dr. Dayton Campbell. Let's listen to this. As me say, only need to rewind the tape and listen to the Virgin. Sir Reverend Paul Blake. I agree with everything what him say. I'm sorry about my voice. Yesterday I argued with some Labourite Virgin of mine where refuse to look upon the actual facts them I try to. And I was very irate. I never knew. But that will never happen again. Anyway, my voice gone a little bit, so I'm not going to do much talking. So listen to carefully what Dr. Dayton Campbell has to say about the Prime Minister Andrew Holness of Jamaica right now and his government and what they're doing. Let's go.
Release from the People's National Party Media Unit.
Good day. I am Dr. Dayton Campbell, General Secretary of the People's National Party. I'm issuing a grave warning. Prime Minister Holness and his JLP cabinet are accelerating Jamaica's drift towards autocracy. Their recent actions reveal a deliberate, unmistakable pattern. The mask has fully slipped. The JLP leadership's conduct shows dangerous contempt for democracy. When their deputy leader vows to never surrender Jamaica, framing the PNP not as legitimate competitors, but as an existential enemy that signals an intent for permanent rule, not democratic governance. And when the Prime Minister himself declares the JLP doesn't need the opposition for accountability, that dismisses Parliament's constitutional role. It rejects checks and balances. It's the language of a leader who believes is beyond scrutiny, a hallmark of authoritarianism. This is a clear and present danger. Not as legitimate competitors, but as an existential enemy that signals an intent for permanent rule, not democratic governance. And when the Prime Minister himself declares the JLP doesn't need the opposition for accountability, that dismisses Parliament's constitutional role. It rejects checks and balances. It's the language of a leader who believes is beyond scrutiny, a hallmark of authoritarianism. This is a clear and present danger. The Holness Cabinet's actions are a systematic assault on the pillars of our free society. Therefore, the PNP will relentlessly challenge the autocratic trajectory using every constitutional means at our disposal. I urge civil society, the media, and every Jamaican who values fairness and accountability. Recognize this threat, stand firm. Jamaica's democracy must be defended. Thank you.
Visit our website at pnp.com.
Two mixing word them, you know. You understand? That one they deserve one playback still, me not lie. Before me go to the ether. Yes, before me go to the ether. Yes, let's play that back.
The following is a release from the People's National Party Media Unit.
Good day. I am Dr. Dayton Campbell, General Secretary of the People's National Party. I'm issuing a grave warning. Prime Minister Holness and his JLP cabinet are accelerating Jamaica's drift towards autocracy. Their recent actions reveal a deliberate, unmistakable pattern. The mask has fully slipped. The JLP leadership's conduct shows dangerous contempt for democracy.
A while ago, the man said the mask has fully slipped. What does that mean, ladies and gentlemen? Well, let me tell you what I interpret that to be. In my mind, they have the mindset of the dictators. They are trying to operate as legal dictators in this country. I believe that they are trying to change the laws to actually suit a dictator. And that's why the ceremonial president that they're advocating for has the powers that the ceremonial president has. Andrew Holness wants to have more power than the actual Governor General in Jamaica, in my opinion. Based off their actions, based off what they're saying. Who can talk to the Governor General? Who is of more higher power than the Governor General in Jamaica? Wanna tell me? Who? That is the sole representative of the king. He is the king in Jamaica. You understand? And remember, Andrew Holness is a part of the Privy Council. The king again. Pay attention. We have been warning you. Takeman TB has been warning you. Mary, what's up? Saturday said my voice sexy, so you don't need to change. You like that voice, yeah. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I will ask my Rasta friend to give me some honey and lime, because you know Rasta them always have a medication. You understand? And the medicine. The good old herbs. You understand? Rob Bamba, big up. Yeah, the GG's a puppet, but Andrew Holness no mind being a puppet for the king. Remember, say him take up himself, you know, and go be a privy council member, you know. Him never did have to do it. Richard Reed, big up. Remember when them say Mark Golding have a step on two side of the fence? And I argued, if you live in a glass house, don't throw a stone. Your allegiance is supposed to be to we the Jamaican people and Jonas. But you run, gonna become privy council member. Have you guys read the pledge? Have you read the pledge to the king? Have you read it? You need to read it to understand the gravity of which I speak. The man cannot tell a lie to the king according to him pledge. Look how much lying tell we are Jamaica. Then he not have more allegiance to the king. Him can't tell a lie, you know. A treason, you know. You know king and them something to work. You know say your life that, right? And the people them and them something if you don't mind sharp. You remember good. Anyway, let's continue.
When they're framing the PNP not as legitimate competitors, but as an existential enemy that signals an intent for permanent rule, not democratic governance. And when the Prime Minister himself declares the JLP doesn't need the opposition for accountability, that dismisses Parliament's constitutional role. It
has been telling you guys the quiet part out loud. Oh, if you're in a one democratic country, and you know what I notice? Enough people are really bright, you know. So me have to break down what is a democracy. And it's not disrespectful. I just learned this. I believe that everybody they're on a certain level. And I am wrong for that. So me have to explain everything. Because there's some people out there who don't know what democracy means. So we are gonna look it up. And I'm going to read it from Google. Zane? Yeah, man, I'm going to look it up. I'm not going to tell you what me understand. I'm going to just look it up. What is democracy? Because you first have to know the meaning of something if you know when the person go against it, right? That's how it go. All right. Democracy is a system of government where power is vested in the people and exercised by them directly through elected representatives. Elected representatives. He's an elected representative. So the power is vested in we the people. And what we the people want for us, them are we employee. We are the employer of Andrew Holness and them are we employee. All of them within the parliament, the opposition and everybody, they work for us. The power in democracy is within the people. In a dictatorship, the power is in the leader. Whatever he or she wants to do, they do it. They don't ask the people them no question. Them just do it. So that simplified democracy for you know, right? So you have a better understanding. So when you see the JLP, I do what them do and I say what them say like, oh, we don't need the opposition. Wait a minute. In what democracy is there no opposition? The man say him only need him if people them support him, if hold him accountable. Him not need the opposition. Dictatorship. The man is telling you no. So no want no blur not eye. Cause a straight back a slavery they want to carry. You think a joke? Carlin, big up yourself. After me know me I say Lorraine want go on. Emric Lambert. Me no boo-boo. Me no fool. Them like fool, but me no fool. So let's listen this again. Let's listen to
balances. It's the language of a leader who believes is beyond scrutiny, a hallmark of authoritarianism. This is a clear and present danger. The Holness Cabinet's actions are a systematic assault on the pillars of our free society. Therefore, the PNP will relentlessly challenge the autocratic trajectory using every constitutional means at our disposal. I urge civil society, the media, and every Jamaican who values fairness and accountability. Recognize this threat, stand firm. Jamaica's democracy must be defended. Thank
you. With you, Mr. Totally agree with you, Mr. Dr. Dayton Campbell. And we are stand firm, you know. You know that fire comrades. No joke. Remember good. Anyway, we are going to save the best for last, you know, because you see, that lady, Miss Archer, you know, one day I want to meet her. I want to tell her and express to her just how I really feel about her. Her stance, her strong stance, her fierce stance. Even when she know, so she going to come under attack from the dirty people when I have no sense. She still speak the truth. She's a woman of honor. And I respect this lady to the ground when she walk on. And everything me about to play is the raw, born, unadulterated truth about Andrew Holness and this government. She saw it before it happened. Listen to this. You're not going to understand exactly what I'm talking about. Just listen to this.
I also want to make that connection between the roles and actions of ministers and politicians and public servants in the whole regime of public budgeting. With that skill set that comes with the Auditor General, that's not something that you pick up from anyone else who sits on the commission. So as an ex officio commissioner, she brings to the team that unique skill set that is very important when you are connecting the dots and understanding how the public sector auditing system operates.
She does it.
So, that is something word playing again. You know, hear how she described the role of the Auditor General and what she does and how important her skill set is. Finding another Auditor General is like, oh, you go find one next Messi if you play football. Oh, you go find one next Michael Jordan. These people are one of one. Oh, you go find them. You can't find the next Messi. You can't find the next Michael Jordan. No matter, I'll be an imitation. You cannot find one of those people in their skill set. That is the Auditor General. It takes years of experience. And she has done an excellent job. So why has this government removed the Auditor General? You have to ask yourself a question. I mean, no say bright people in my class only know the answer. But we're going to play that again for show you how important the Auditor General actually is and what she actually does. Listen again.
I see.
The Auditor General has a unique skill set that chartered account.
Role of the Auditor General on the IC. And Daniel Archer has her head down, laughing and shaking her head like this. Mighty God. Listen.
The Auditor General has a unique skill set that chartered accountants don't have. The mission of the Integrity Commission is more focused on looking at the public funds financing, how they're being used. And you also want to make that connection between the roles and actions of ministers and politicians and public servants in the whole regime of public budgeting. With that skill set that comes with the Auditor General, that's not something that you pick up from anyone else who sits on the commission. So as an ex officio commissioner, she brings to the team that unique skill set that is very important when you are connecting the dots and understanding how the public sector auditing system operates.
She does it. She oversees the PASC.
She is the government's,
right.
Or she is the people. When they say government, it make it look like she belongs to any particular party. She is the people's auditor. So anything that has to do with government funding, she is the person who oversees and ensures that it is done in the interest of the public.
I want to go to
about the role of the Auditor General. So this lady or this individual is put there to make sure that our funds that is connected, Mary, stop me laugh. Our funds that is connected that they collect from us through taxes. She makes sure she looks at the paperwork and decipher whether or not there's any skullduggery happening, any misuse of our funds. She's the one that is there to maintain the integrity of the politicians. So, with a person that has a role like that, going to the Integrity Commission, they have a certain skill set, which the Auditor General has the final skill set. That's why they need the Auditor General as a part of the Integrity Commission with that skill set. You understand? The people in the Integrity Commission can go so far in their investigation. When it comes on to putting the pieces together, like, why do you have 28 bank accounts? Why did you take money from this to that, to that, to that? Where does the money lead back? She has the expertise to follow the money. Why did Andrew Holness and him government remove her from the Integrity Commission? I think you all know the answer to that. I just wanted to ask the question. You understand? The evidence of wickedness and corruption in this government is quite clear based off of the actions of them. It's very, very clear. Don't need a rocket science to see it. It's very, very clear. You're witnessing a dictatorship in front of your eyes. You understand? And I believe they will go to any lengths. Any lengths. I don't put nothing past them at this point. Any lengths. That is my belief. But guess what? I can't live in a dictatorship country, you know. Because I was not one of them slaves there in my past life, you know. No, me, I one of them will jump over a boat. Me not depend on that. So that's why me there start talk. Because we not going to make them bully we and we not going to make them put no fear in our way. We have to talk and show the people them what time it is. We are going to move on still. Listen to the rest of this.
First, about the comments that have been signed by you or to which your signature is affixed. You said, making the claim that she cannot perform her core functions is a lazy and disingenuous justification for her removal. This reckless decision undermines institutional integrity and signals a dangerous disregard for democratic principles. Tell us a little bit about what the proffering argument has been as to why she needs to be removed.
Around here if you touch my leg. Matter of fact, don't move that hand no more. Don't Mike, you mean to tell me Diddy was touching on your leg while you were sitting right here on this couch? Trying to, but I seen him before. Diddy, get the hell out of the studio.
The claim that she cannot perform her core functions is a lazy and disingenuous justification for her removal. This reckless decision undermines institutional integrity and signals a dangerous disregard for democratic principles. Tell us a little bit about what the proffering argument has been as to why she needs to be removed and why you are so strident in your response.
Remember when you were little, you used to play the dots? Connect the dots? Mm-hmm. You used to sit on the backs of cereal boxes or...
He doesn't. He never had cereal in his day.
He didn't? Alright. You remember the little book them? Then where you had connect the dots. So I tell you, wait, we're not here. I look on the book them where you see little dot them. Right. You follow the dots. You are not in a silo. We don't exist in a little box. You must look at what people say and how they say it, when they say it, and connect the dots. We've had a stream of commentary coming from parliamentarians about the Integrity Commission. You can't forget how they lambasted the Auditor General and the comments that they've made about the Auditor General in her capacity as Auditor General. When you examine what was said about her, when you examine what was said about the Integrity Commission, you appreciate, or you ought to appreciate, that their mission is to get rid of the Auditor General. They don't want to get...
We need help, Jesus. Jamaica need help. Shift the parliament.
Wanna hear what the ladies say? Wanna hear what the ladies say? Be a soft for them. You have to learn to connect the dots. I've been trying to tell you guys about those dots connecting. Everyone want me to say not over him dead body. Mark Golding, I gonna be the Prime Minister of Jamaica. You hear what I'm saying? not over him dead body. What I tell you? My man, they say, oh, we will not surrender Jamaica to the PMP. Prime Minister say he will not give up Jamaica to PMPism. What else you don't want to hear? How much gun they find in the man constituency what they are? And who find the gun? At the United States, you know? I know them, you know? At the United States get my page and say, yo, some illegal gonna come down and it's gonna disavow you. Angle that. You hear me say a while ago? And that go on. You don't notice say them not put out no name? They not put out no name. But who are the person we're supposed to receive, or persons we're supposed to receive that elaborate piece of whatever that machine was with them have the gun them in? Yes. Yes, nobody name not come out. And nobody name will come out. We can guarantee you that blouse and skirt because what? We are not living in a society where the government is. What's the word we're looking for? Transparent. They are not open. They are not honest. They are the opposite of those things. You understand? So let's continue. Listen what she say again. Think serious, man. Think.
You examine what was said about the Integrity Commission, you appreciate, or you ought to appreciate, that their mission is to get rid of the Auditor General. They don't
Altogether.
To either get rid of the Auditor General from the IC's one step, to weaken and neuter the Integrity Commission. This
Because we're not going to go and like say everybody bright, you know. I know a certain word. When neuter mean, we're going to look it up. We're going to look it up. We're going to look it up. Neuter. The word neuter. What that mean? Neuter. The word is spelled Neuter. The meaning of the word is... Oh, let me show the people on the live, because, you know, it's for good educational. It's an educational moment for those who do. I have kids watching me too, you know. Neuter means of or denoting a gender of nouns in some languages, typically contrasting with masculine or feminine, lacking developed sexual organs or having had them removed. That part. So when they take away the Auditor General, they neuter the Integrity Commission. You took away their function of producing good reports. You understand? Their reports won't go anywhere without the Auditor General at the Integrity Commission. So she's so important of a piece in the investigations going where they're supposed to go. Remove. They know what they were doing. They know what they are doing. These people are not innocent and moving the way they move. You have to connect the dots. Them is corrupt. How deeply corrupt they are, that's why we need the investigation. But we can deduce based off the actual movements of them that they are corrupt. It's very, very easy to see. Only a blind person don't want to see it. They just a lot their eye. You see me? Let's continue. It's soon done with Miss Archer and then we go to the other clip that we want to show now.
This is what you're talking about when you say you're taking from the IC the very essence of them being able to understand public and government accounts. And when you do that, Simone, you're neutering the only established body that we have that protects the people from the effects and impacts of public servants who go rogue when it comes to our finances.
Accountability is at the core.
Bishop,
you're nodding your head.
Bishop, your group says, and I quote, there is an important moral argument to be made for the contribution of the Auditor General in the work of the Integrity Commission. What is that argument?
Right.
Yeah, that's call right now. Me have a pan someone, a good man. Yo, my general. Yo. You hear some G?
Yeah, I see you like, Bolo, you say Bolo. You say daddy, you say the people in that country.
Yeah.
Them blind or what daddy?
Brother, some of them blind, brother. Some of them just blind.
You know, me I say daddy, you say ridiculous should be this a government going daddy.
The world can't see that, General. Everybody from the outside looking in can't see that. It's a dangerous time we're in right now.
One people private sector daddy, one people bigger is them brother.
Them not sell
them
out.
Them can't go to the answer we're going to fuck brother.
Them sell out, my G. Them sell out. ABI News, big up. Them sell out.
Yes, brother. Even the painting a powder go on fucking the whole place. Much about it.
Eh?
Even the painting a power. I go on motherfucker.
Yeah.
The whole country much about it, General.
Of course. Of course. They would have burned on the place all type of thing.
Oh my God, brother. I wonder where we go, brother.
But we don't want to take that route, the democratic way we are going, General. That's it.
General, me I say, daddy. That if people can't come on demonstration, General.
Yeah, man.
I mean, we have to go burn.
Yeah, I don't know this China. Standing. You know, sir, me said this the other day. One would I love to see in Jamaica. You see all the highway from Kingston to Ochi to Mobile. Are those people are march. People are full up the road, no car can't pass, and just a walk with them placard and I let them voices be heard of. The lack of confidence, yes, in the government and where them are going.
Oh my God, brother.
That's how more want to see. You get him? Yeah. Alright. That's how more want to see me, General.
We don't want to just burn them on the wall. Nobody knows the life, brother.
But you are going. But you are going. We can't. Them not here upon the other life because at Bolo and Christmas upon so. I have to end this. I have 3 more videos to do. You see me? I'm going on my second segment here. So big up yourself here, my G. Up top.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Respect. So people, respect to my General from Spanish Town. You understand? People when I really need to sell them more, man. The evidence is there, man. And 50 pieces them together. When I need to say it out loud, we present the information and I show you a reasoning. So I open and digest the thing and take the thing serious because it is of my belief that there's a secret hand behind Andrew Holness that does not want Jamaica to become a sovereign state where we are free of the monarch, we are free of England. You understand what I say? I don't believe them want to give up this land and all the wealth that is here. Some of them when they send no there, them claim to send no iron no there, them claim to send no gold no there, but yet still have company where I spend all this type of money figure get it. You understand? And I put all type of things together. If you not pay attention and listen to when name class prefect or head boy say some things for Andre Stevens' show. I'm gonna do my research, I'm gonna do a video. People, we don't need glasses for see what really take place right there. So yo, remember say happen in other country already, you know, man. And you have parts of Africa where the resources them nothing and the people them live like dog, dirt them eat literally. You understand? Gold and island diamond. You ever watch a movie named Blood Diamond? Where you think I go on? Them have the people them down there dig with their raw and for diamond. You hear me I tell you, and them not pay them not even $1 US a blur not there. You remember good. So if you don't feel like say that can't happen in a Jamaica and they make a sad mistake with them a sellout leader, yeah. Yo, listen me, man, I not even want to get too deep in there. Let me move on, yeah, man. Let me move on. Go to your next video. That me I tell you, you better wake up. Take sleep and mark death. That me I tell you no. Now, let me see. Move off of my screen now, bro. In this segment, ladies and gentlemen, I want to show you 3 videos. I'm going to analyze the whole Andrew Holness. Because when I hear them, I did so shocked me, I say. You did say that for you? No, sir. Like them I tell for the Prime Minister. But them interviewer, yeah, them interviewing in the archives of the Gleaner and some other thing, it is real. Although it don't seem real, it is actually real. So make we hear what I have to say. When you like and share the video, Share it with 10 people or 20 people. Don't keep it to yourself. Listen to this. Listen to this, my people.
If you really are going to talk about breaking corruption, then you have to insulate the decision makers. And it's not just the parliamentarians and the ministers or the public servants. You also have to insulate the political process. Because in our system, the political parties rely for funding on the people over whom their decisions will have an impact. And so things like the political campaign financing and the registration of political parties, those are important pieces of legislation to break that overhanging connection. So the challenge is the Jamaican public ready for this?
Is your government ready to do this?
So from how I've been speaking here to you today, you can see that I'm there already. The missing part of the link is to communicate this to the public, because this is a democracy. We're a liberal democracy. Me saying this now will spark an editorial or several letters to the press to mobilize public opinion against this. And I have to pay attention to these kinds of mobilization and get a sense as to where people are. Are they ready for this? Because that is the essence of democracy. And I always say that corruption is the flip side of inefficiency. Whenever a system is working well, there is someone who's always willing to say, I will pay more to go around the inefficiency. And once that is the case, then you enter into an economic arrangement. And in fact, what that does is that once people realize they can pay a toll to get around faster, there are those who want to keep the inefficiency in place so that people continue to pay to go around inefficiency. Now you have to stamp out that kind of corruption. Now once you start to do that, change systems to make them more efficient, people automatically say, oh, you're going to take away my job. But aside from the investigation and prosecution, quite a bit of systems engineering is being done in terms of the business processes to see how we can merge systems together, right? To come up with shared services, to get rid of redundant services, right? To make the bureaucracy, the government's bureaucracy, far more efficient, to remove the various steps that are irrelevant in the business process. And we're going through that process, a whole process is going through. So we have pitched that as public sector reform, but a large part of that is to remove corruption.
People, a 8 year ago this, just coming up power. Young Andrew Holness. You hear what the man say? The man say him ready to fight the fight against corruption. The man say there are people that will pay the money to go around the system. And because them have the money, then we want to continue to keep the system when they can pay the money to go around. The man say corruption cause inefficiency. The man say I'm going to merge systems together. You see them a merge nothing? Now remove the Auditor General from our post. That a merge. Now destroy the system of anti-corruption. People, we can't paint the picture no clear for no. Mighty God. We are going to move on because I not spend a whole lot of time on the tree there. No? Me not spend no whole lot of, me say me shocked. Me think see AI. Listen to this next one here. Listen to this next video to blouse and skirt. Should I spend more time on that? No. I'm going to spend some time on the next two here. Listen to this.
In news from Jamaica, Opposition leader Andrew Holness has described the Portia Simpson Miller administration. Mr. Holness poured scorn on the government's handling of the economy as he made his contribution to the 2015-2016 budget debate in Parliament on Thursday. More in this report from Tanika Thomas.
For opposition leader Andrew Holness, the government's 3-year in office is tantamount to failure. He says little has been done to ease the financial burden Jamaicans are faced with, making his budget
Andrew Holness wanted Portia Simpson Miller and the People's National Party after 3 years in government, right, to affect the economy in such a way where they would put a dent on the pressure that is taking the toll on the people of Jamaica. But Andrew Holness, after 9 years in a power, you have not grown the economy 1%. People, let me say a while ago. After 9 years, this is facts, you can go look it up on yourself. Andrew Holness government after 9 years has not grown the economy 1%. But he was criticizing Mama Portia, tearing them administration down. Say after 3 years there was no growth, the people them have pressure. At the basket video this, you know, when we carry the basket in a parliament, oh no wait, oh no listen. Oh no listen. Listen to this. And no, I'm not gonna say that part there, but listen to this.
House on Thursday, Mr. Holness argues that Jamaicans are worse off today than they were in 2011 under the former JLP administration. Holness claims rising food prices, a devalued currency, and high unemployment are just some of the failures of the Portia Simpson Miller government.
Jamaica Labour Party wicked. You see, because we don't, Dorothy, big up yourself. You see, because we don't understand finances and him knows so we don't do it, and we don't understand the relationship with the IMF, which I am now learning a little bit more of. Portia Simpson Miller came into power to fix the problem them for the JLP put in. What was the problem that JLP put in? They ruined the relationship with the IMF. The reason why things were so hard at that time in Jamaica and everything was, the prices was high, is because Mama P had to go through stringent IMF tests. 8 of them she have to pass to get back Jamaica economy where them give it to Andrew Holness. And even with the golden gift we him get after winning, after Portia do all of the hard lifting in get the economy, and he has still not grown it in 9 years. Why is that, you might ask? Is corruption maybe an issue why the economy not growing? Something we need to look into, yes? But after 9 years, the fact is the economy has not grown. You remember when they promised 1 in 5 or 5 in 1 or some shit like that with Mr. Lee, we own NCB, and the one Nigel Clark, 5 in 1 and one of the, you remember when they did promise that? Nothing, not even go near no 5, not even no 3, no 4, no 2, no nothing, not even 1. 5 in 4, you not going nowhere near it. 5% growth in 4 years, no growth. No economic growth. But when I criticize Portia, we got it in a one bad circumstance. If Portia was still running this country right now, I'm sure that without apology, Jamaica economy would have grown. If Portia Simpson Miller when I run the country right now, Jamaica economy would have grown. When I ask Christ, you think it's normal for pass 8 IMF tests and I some of the hardest test them? Because remember, say this is the man, you know. Say man, them give you the hardest thing for passing. At this JLP, this the man, you know. The man they just do what they feel like do. Dictatorship. And don't follow the agreement. Dictatorship. They have been showing you who they are for a very long time and you have not been paying attention. Them are bad people and do what they feel like do in their mind. That them think. So them now work with democracy. They can just violate IMF agreement and a business. And Mama P have to come clean up that. Mama P dey on her knees and a beg and a plead and a ball and a moan. And look how the man try to tear down Mama P in a government. And the Jamaican people, you fell for it because you're ignorant to what is really going on. So no better go study. Bring back Blurt now, Jamal like a blouse and skirt Michael Manley they put. So you can learn too much dunce people about the place. Only need to go back to school and start reading them something. And learn what's going on in the country. And I say that without apology. On the two dunce. Make a man in there trick you. You go learn, man. You know if you fool so, man. You know if you fool so. You have too much bright people out there to follow. We are showing the facts and evidence. I'm not talking about myself because I learn every day. I learn every day and I love to learn. You understand? I don't profess to know it all. But I know enough. Now people, you don't get to see me. Zane, because I have to plug in the phone. So you don't go on away. Just listen. Alright? Just listen. Don't go nowhere, don't touch that. As a matter of fact, I want to say, I go hold the phone on me. Because I know some of my ladies they like see me, you know. I like it, my voice and some of my voice sexy. Anyway, enough about me. Let's continue.
Across his point, he returned with his favorite analogy, the food basket, demonstrating how spending power has diminished drastically for a minimum wage earner. He compared what a low-income earner was able to afford in 2011 versus 2015.
This has no upscale or curry goat. This is the reality of the People's National Party government and the blacks of Jamaica. This is what you can get in Jamaica now. You can still get that thing. You get one tin of sardine. You can only get one tin of mackerel. This is the best demonstration.
People wanna see how Andrew Holness hold up the island and the bag. Wanna know say I ain't not sure though, but you know say I don't know if people wanna buy toothpaste, one squeeze of toothpaste in a 2015 and 2011 in a town and them place there. Wanna know say people are buy one squeeze of toothpaste. Wanna know that? Wanna know say people are buy quarter. Thickers you know hear about it. People are buy one squeeze of toothpaste in a shop. Fuck say yo. Some people in Jamaica have it hard, you know. One squeeze of toothpaste. If people them I get on know, on the type here in the comment section because I want to bust you out. One slice of bread. People are buy one slice of bread. One squeeze of toothpaste. Things get so bad. So if you was to compare with Andrew, if you was to do the same thing that Andrew did now to the Jamaica Labour Party, even with the raise of pay, how much money you can use? How much money you can use for spending at the basket? Yeah? And then when you look at average, how much people actually make. Unemployment is down. But what is the context of it? What is the quality of job are they getting? Wait a sec, you have $20 ketchup? Me done. Because I'm have ketchup too. $20 ketchup? Mighty God, me feel like me a foreigner, me feel like me rich. Can't live their life there. Father God, thank you. Thank you for blessing, Father God. Thank you, Father God. Me not gone so low, me not gone so far. Right now, no water in the day in the pipe, Father God, and me a stress. Because the pipe bust out of the front. Water Commission come fix my pipe. And my fault, somebody bust my pipe out the road, come fix my pipe. I need water in my pipe, brother. I'm tired. Can't me, I get mad now. That's why I'm not even one day in my yard. As me wake up and my baby, me just want to left, me just feel cross. All man I call on the phone and I answer on the phone. Anyway, enough about me. $20 ketchup to blouse and skirt. Mighty God have done here. $20 ketchup. $20. It's not safe. But let's continue. Like, we hear him have to say.
Of where the country has gone under the PNP.
Mr. Holness contends that a JLP government would do better at managing the economy. He says if the economy does not grow at a sustainable rate of at least 5%, then the IMF stipulations will become unbearable for nationals.
It should be clear even
time when Andrew Holness look poor. If the economy doesn't grow by 5%, it will become unbearable for who? The people and even nationals. So Andrew, the economy has not grown 5% from your coming up power. So that means, based off your words, it's now unbearable for us, the people of Jamaica. Isn't that correct? Isn't that true? Your words, you know. Let's hear it again. Let's hear it again.
Stipulations will become unbearable. Mr. Holness contends that a JLP government would do better at managing the economy. He says if the economy does not grow...
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit, bro.
What did you say? Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Stop lying. Stop lying.
Stop lying.
Mr. Holness contends that a JLP government would do better at managing the economy. He says if the economy does not grow at a sustainable rate of at least 5%, then the IMF stipulations will become unbearable for nationals.
it should be clear even to those who refuse to see that the PNP government knows nothing about how to grow the economy. We in the Labour Party know how to put plans in place to facilitate growth. The Labour Party is the growth party. The only two periods of sustained growth above 5% in Jamaica since independence occurred under the Jamaica Labour Party.
Hey, who mans is this? Oh, mans is this?
Embarrassing. He needs some milk.
He also criticized the government for failing to create a clear growth plan. He says Jamaicans are overtaxed.
If you pay your taxes, you should not be harassed for more taxes. And that, Mr. Speaker, is what many people in the business community feels. That the people who pay their taxes are the ones who are going to get harassed again.
Tanika Thomas reporting for Scene Caribbean News.
In news from Jamaica, a government without a growth plan.
Again, context matters. Who he was talking about was Mama P. Mama P was in a very difficult situation that was created by the Jamaica Labour Party. However, he stated that they are the party that knows how to grow the economy. So my question is, after 9 years, where's the growth? Oh, you're gonna blame. Let me tell you what you're gonna blame. You're gonna blame COVID. That's what you're gonna blame. But then there's other countries in the Caribbean that went through the same COVID and they have grown significantly. So what's your excuse? Oh, you can't use COVID. Alright, you're gonna blame burial. You're gonna blame climate. But there's other countries that went through the same disaster and their economy is growing. The fact of the matter is, Andrew Holness, your government has no excuses. You boasted about how you can do all of this and all of that. And when you were given the keys to the city, when you were given the keys to the actual money, to manage the money, to use it. Oh, by the way, you say you know how to grow the economy, but you guys use future revenue from one of the investments of the country and gave the money away as tax grants. $20,000. instead of investing the money to turn over the money so we can have more money to do more things like, I don't know, fix the roads that are in crisis. I don't know, put beds in the hospitals that are not there. I don't know, make sure CT scans is everywhere. Oh, don't let us not go to the $31 million for the drill. Let us not go to the health crisis in the healthcare sector. I mean, honestly. But you know how to grow the economy though. Man, let's stop the cap. Let's continue. Moving on from that to the next video. This shit crazy. Man, listen. Lord of mercy. let's hear this. Let's hear this one, guys.
Gordon House on Tuesday as Security Minister Peter Bunting accused the opposition of playing politics with crime. Mr. Bunting criticized opposition leader Andrew Holness for using the political platform to mislead Jamaicans about the state of crime and violence in the country. Mr. Bunting said the opposition leader made grave remarks that Jamaicans were more likely to die if the People's National Party is in power. He labeled the comments as unfortunate.
People, fast forward to now. Who remember? I don't want to remember that, you know. But we are going to fast forward to now. Now I see why Peter Bunting has been kicking his ASS about the crime situation and about how much citizens have been unalived under his tenure. He literally told the people that if you don't want to lose on your life, don't vote PMP. Wow. Whoa. The man actually said that, you know? Man, you gotta be kidding me, man. No, I understand. No, I understand why Peter Bunting said what he said about the Prime Minister. And I'm going to find the video reference. No, just give me a second. Because let me just play the audio in the meantime.
Made unfortunate and inflammatory statements that are completely out of step with this approach. He is quoted in the media as saying that, quote, if you keep the PNP in power, the truth is that you could lose your life. The truth is that the next murder victim could be you. End quote. Mr. Speaker, this is an unfortunate departure from the standards of public comment on an issue of such grave importance. To further suggest that citizens will be risking their lives in voting against the Jamaica Labour Party is taking the politicization of crime to a new low.
But opposition spokesman on justice, Delroy Chuck, intervened, questioning whether Mr. Bunting could thrash out a political concern on the parliamentary floor.
Chairman, political platform.
Speaker,
Speaker,
with your speaker,
Mr. Bunting.
And a point of order.
What is the point of order?
Mr. Bunting. The point of order. Speaker, the minister may well have good grounds for making what he has to say. But what he has to say is a political statement not fit and proper for Parliament. Make it on a political platform, as the leader of the opposition has done on a political platform, but not in Parliament.
The ensuing rancor also saw the intervention of Finance Minister Dr. Bvrclips, who cautioned that the Security Minister was not doing anything untoward. Mr. Bunting also blasted Mr. Holness for uttering false information about the level of attrition within the police force. According to Bunting, Holness told a JLP rally recently that approximately 800 officers were leaving the force annually. Bunting insisted the figures are wrong and Holness was just intent on lowering the morale of the police force.
I'm at a loss to understand why the leader of the opposition would be anxious to fabricate figures that only have the effect, or that can only have the effect of further demoralizing the honorable men and women of the police who he claims to be so concerned about. when the correct information was readily available from the police themselves. The truth is that so far this year, Mr. Speaker, 316 persons have left the JCF. These figures are published in the weekly force orders.
In response, Mr. Holness said he provided accurate figures. He rubbished arguments that he was instigating low morale in the police force. Instead, Mr. Holness lambasted the government, whom he said played politics back in 2010 when he reached out to them for a second extension of a state of emergency that was only limited to 3 parishes following the West Kingston operation. And in
wanna see how long Andrew Holness a try use the state of emergency and try to abuse it, yeah. And try to abuse the state of emergency. Wanna see how long? He's been using the same tactics over and over again, you know. This man is obsessed with locking down the country, you know. Him is obsessed with power of telling people when to move and how to move, you know. Yo, if you don't know, wake up, Father God, no, you know. You better wake up, you know. Not even play no more, that kind of really necessary. You hear the man say the man lie about the numbers them and the man show the numbers them. But of course, like normally, him rubbish what you say. And you're people supposed to believe him because him
day, happy Thursday, ladies and gentlemen.
Hold on there.
Wow.
I'm gonna find it.
Million.
The Caribbean Maritime Union
a year, but 470 known depositors were lodged of Jamaica. But comrades, this JLP administration is all about raping and looting the taxpayers of this country. And they cover it up with misinformation, propaganda, and lies. And I tell you something, comrades, and I want you to listen to this carefully because I want to hear you saying it back to me. Shame trees don't grow at Belmont Road. Shame trees don't grow at Belmont Road. Comrades, Andrew Holness can't hold anyone accountable because his own hanky-panky has been exposed by the Integrity Commission of Jamaica. His financial declarations for 2021, 2022, 2023 remain uncertified, casting a dark cloud over his leadership. The Integrity Commission's investigative report of August 2024 in respect of concerns that he owns assets disproportionate to his lawful earnings. That report unearthed some damning revelations. 1, millions in raw cash from unknown depositors were lodged to the Prime Minister's personal account. Now I can tell you as a banker that any first-year bank employee, commercial bank employee, trained and sensitized in anti-money laundering should flag these transactions as suspicious transactions. Second, the 28 bank accounts between his personal and associated companies saw almost $500 million, $470 million in thousands of transactions passing through those accounts over a few years. That is at a time when his official income was $10 or so million a year. But 470 million passed through those accounts in thousands of transactions. Then we also heard about this Positive Jamaica Foundation that was soliciting funds for charitable purposes like COVID relief. But then we later learned that he used the money collected from Positive Jamaica Foundation to purchase a bond for his own benefit. And when the Integrity Commission exposed it, first he said it was an error. And then later, that is actually not a charity, it's just a regular company. Comrades, shame trees don't grow at Belmont Road.
The Integrity Commission referred Holness's questionable financial dealings to the Financial Investigation Division, the FID. That is the entity that investigates financial crimes such as money laundering. I want you to pay attention to me tonight, you know. So what has happened since the Integrity Commission referred Andrew Holness to the Financial Investigation Division? Well, first, I shared with you when I came to the Allman Town Conference, because we had to get it out of a US report. There was nothing about it in Jamaica. That the Financial Investigation Division was being starved of human and financial resources. They had one third of the establishment of staff that they should have. Now, any entity which has only one, where they should have three, cannot function properly. What happened next? We hear Holness filed a lawsuit against the Integrity Commission, attempting to tie them up hand and foot so that these investigations couldn't proceed. And he even sought a declaration to declare the offense of illicit enrichment as unconstitutional. Now that is the offense that he is being investigated for. So he goes to the court to try and declare it unconstitutional. But comrades, if that wasn't bad and bad enough, just this afternoon, we learned that Dennis Strong, an apologist for the Jamaica Labour Party and Andrew Holness, that he has now been appointed the Chief Technical Director in charge at the Financial Investigation Division. What can go so?
Yes, comrades! Ladies and gentlemen, it actually got worse than that, you know. Yeah, man. The man them removed the Auditor General from the Integrity Commission. These people, Burnett, big up, they are actively destroying all of the anti-corruption agencies that are investigating the Prime Minister. It's quite clear. I don't need to say anything else. What I'm going to do is ask you guys to like and share the live. For the people over by Bolo Bvrclips, come over to Bolo Bvrclips 2.0.